All right, still here, still entertainment news. We have Jussie Smollett, who has been sentenced to 150 days in jail for staged attack. American actor Jussie Smollett has been sentenced to 150 days in jail after being found guilty of falsely telling police that he was the victim of a racist and homophobic hate crime in 2019, an attack prosecutors said he staged himself. The actor, who was found guilty in December 2021 of 5 charges of felony disorderly conduct after making false reports about the hoax attack, will have to serve the first 150 days of his sentence in prison as part of a total of 30 months on probation. He must also repay over $120,000 to the Chicago police to cover their investigation costs and $25,000 in fines, the maximum allowable by law. The actor's lawyers and family had begged the judge for leniency and asked for an alternative to prison or for a suspended sentence, as he has always maintained his innocence. Judge James Lynn called Jussie arrogant, selfish, and narcissistic while making the judgment, stating that he faked the attack because he wanted attention. The judge said, and I quote, "You picked out the actors, they idolized you, you paid them in advance, you chose the date, you chose the time, you chose the location," end of quote. Despite the verdict, Jussie maintained that he is innocent. Check this out. Upon leaving the courtroom, Jussie continued to shout that he's innocent while holding up a black power fist. If you would recall, Jussie Smollett was indicted on 16 counts of felony disorderly conduct in March 2019 after police determined the hate crime reports were false. Just weeks later, the charges were dropped by the office of Cook County State Attorney Kim Foxx. Special Prosecutor Dan Webb was appointed to the case in August 2019, and a second grand jury indicted Smollett on 6 felony charges. The Osundairo brothers, the men accused of attacking Jussie, were among 7 witnesses who testified that Jussie paid them to stage the attack.
So how would we describe that action? Would we say that he's frustrated or he has a condition? Like saying
He's
that...
sorry, I wanted to say he's an actor, because that thing looked like such a nice film. I'm not suicidal. I'm not.
And then when he stood up, I was scared. And I'm sure people
What
that
is
were scared,
wrong
like, he's
with
going
him?
to attack us.
Yeah,
or
because even
something.
a police officer went to stand behind
Yeah,
him.
because before he attacked someone.
You know what? I wanted to say 2 or 3 things, right? I think that judge must be like a Judge Judy or something. That judge is very, very direct. But watching the video, I think he actually deserved it. Because if you're maintaining innocence, he didn't sound like an innocent man. He sounded like he was trying to impose and then also use the race card. I'm just a black person standing up for slavery that happened 400. Is that why you staged an attack? Is that why you paid people? Is that why you chose a location? Is that why you picked a time? Just say you did it. Maybe he won't have to spend 5 months in prison. But yeah, go enjoy the 150 days in prison, and maybe by the time you come out, hopefully you are not suicidal.
And that's why he's saying that if I go into prison and if anything happens to me, know that I did not do it to myself. I'm like, bro, nobody even thought about anything happening to you to begin with. And I'll say this, why would the Osundairo brothers both come out and say we were paid for this, this is the amount, this is the...
Why?
So me, I don't like to talk about things that I was not there and I don't know what happened, but then it's just such a crazy situation. You're already doing so well as an actor. You were on a major series that absolutely everybody loved you. You were an empire, for crying out loud. And then you're already making money, you're this, you're that. So how do you... That's why I said, maybe I do mind his devil workshop. Because
it's just so
he was one corner, I was saying, wow, what can I do to make myself blow? Put in the work.
It's just so sad that it blew everything up. Like, what is this? Out of
proportion.
Proportion, and now you don't even have anything again.
But at the end, like, to be honest, I think he got off easy. It's 150 days in prison.
But what happens to him afterwards? I'm just thinking about his life career.
His sentence outside
he still has probation.
Yes,
he still has probation.
Will be outside of prison. He's just going to spend 5 months in prison.
I'm just saying,
it's
like,
okay
what happens to him continuing? Because now nothing is happening concerning his career and all that.
It's not suicidal.
It's just so sad.
That's what's happening.
All right. Well.